evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside George's Pond and Hirsch Coliseum. It's time for Shreveport Mudbugs hockey, as this evening the Mudbugs will conclude their two-game series against the New Mexico Ice Wolves. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chet Yoder, and this is the Landers Dodge Jeep Chrysler Ram and Fiat pregame show. And tonight the Mudbugs try to bounce back after really a tough loss, 4-1. And it was a game where Brett Smith joined me in the pregame show and had some candid words to say about his team's effort or lack thereof last night. Made a few tweaks to the lineup. We'll talk about it in a little bit. But a look at last night's game. Final score, New Mexico topped Shreveport 4-1. Really one of the big concerning things that Coach Soupy looked at was 19 shots on goal, only 3 in the second period. He said that's inexcusable. They need to be better. They had a better Saturday and better preparation, they felt like. And Coach Soupy, one of those guys who really kind of takes responsibility for what happened last night. For New Mexico, Oscar Edberg, George McCaffrey, Brock Fairbanks, and Sean Smith all scored as Liam Wolf-Tulby got the lone goal for the Bugs. Tyler Hodges took the loss. Alexander Perrin came in relief last night. I thought he did okay considering he had to come in cold. He did stop 12 of 13 shots, so that's promising for him moving forward. We'll talk to Mudbugs assistant coach Brett Smith in a little bit, but a look at the standings. Lone Star in first place at a record of 8-1-2 with 18 points. Shreveport in second at 5-5-2 with 12 points. But here's the big thing, a goal differential of -9. That's got to get better. Amarillo in third at 11 points. New Mexico right there with 11 points in fourth. Odessa in fifth with 10 points. Oklahoma right behind them in sixth with 10. Corpus Christi in seventh with 8. And El Paso bringing up the rear at 7 points. We'll talk to Mudbugs assistant coach Brett Smith after these messages. It's the Bugs and the Ice Wolves, the conclusion of this two-game series on this Glowtoberfest weekend. I'm Chet Yoder, and we'll have more here on the Landers pregame show. This is Shreveport Mudbugs hockey.
For those that have fallen, I say get up. For those that are asleep, I say wake up. For those that are seated, I say rise. It is time. The world needs what we possess. The only hope for a dark world is the light of Jesus Christ. Let your light so shine.
Thank you for tuning in to this Word of God Ministries message.
As a business owner, you know it's important to stay ahead of your competition to succeed. One dishonest employee providing poor customer service can send your business to the penalty box. DeFatta & Associates has over 20 years of investigative experience that can help you monitor your employees and investigate losses that may be keeping you from reaching your goals. Whether you need GPS tracking, investigative shopping, integrity testing, or you're experiencing losses caused by theft, DeFatta & Associates can help. Give them a call at 318-635-9944 or check out their website at defattapi.com for more information.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Welcome back to the Landers Dodge Jeep Chrysler Ram and Fiat pregame show. The finale of this two-game series between the Mudbugs and a very talented New Mexico Ice Wolves team. We're joined by Mudbugs assistant coach Brett Smith. And Coach, looking at last night's game, there's a lot of things you can look at. I guess first off, do you feel like the compete level was there?
Yeah, if that's what you were looking for as the word compete, I didn't see it, and that's disappointing because that's what this team is built upon, is our compete level, and that's how this team can be successful. And Mudbugs hockey like that is just unacceptable, and we need better.
Was there parts of the games that you did like?
No, not really, truthfully. There was so much stuff that made me so frustrated, made Soupy lose his hair, that I don't know what I saw. And I mean, I'm being a little animated. There obviously were some guys going. There were a few good things. But overall, that's just not who we are. It's not how we play. And it's not what we teach them to do or coach them to do. They just need to go play. They need to compete. They need to play with pride, and they need to play Mudbugs hockey.
When Wolf Tolby tied the game up, nice goal, of course, the tip in the slot. Did you feel like any kind of momentum was built on your side after that goal?
No, I felt a relief that we tied it, but I actually didn't feel any momentum swing. Ty had a great fight that he, got a couple good punches in there, knocked that guy right down, and that still didn't do anything. They came down, we played soft, they scored another goal, and they didn't look back from there. We let them win that game, in my opinion.
You made the goaltending switch during the game, your second one kind of in over a week span, pull Hodges for Perrin. Was that just to kind of slow things down and maybe just, kind of change something up?
Yeah, I think that always is for the most part. I think we hung Hodgie out to dry. I think he also wants a couple of those back, to be perfectly honest. I mean, any goalie would. So you try to do things here and there, but I'm not sure if we could have dropped an NHL team down in here to help us recover from where we were playing last night, and it's just not what we're about.
You're going to get a couple of faces up front, Hayden Campbell, Chase Christie, a couple of guys who were not in last night. Maybe some fresh legs to get you going?
Yeah, I hope so. Both guys that, play kind of similar styles. Campbell can be very gritty and finishes hits, and he's a tough character. Sakrisky is just a water bug out there causing havoc and very skilled and talented. We haven't seen a lot of him this year, but I'm expecting some good things from him, and he's got to have that Mudbugs compete going for him to be successful.
What was so challenging when looking at New Mexico, and what challenges did they present for you?
I mean, we watched them.
Yeah.
We watched them play hockey, so I'm not sure they presented any challenges to me that we can't overcome. I haven't seen a team in this league yet that I don't think we can compete with or beat on any given night. But if we're not out there competing and we're just watching the game, man, that's a challenge for ourselves. And we just kind of let them win races, win battles, get pucks to the net, outmuscle us. They did everything that we kind of teach our guys, but I don't think they did it exceptionally well either. Mm-hmm. I just think we had one of the most off nights in history.
Coach, thanks for the time and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
We'll have more after these messages here on the Landers Dodge Jeep Chrysler Ram and Fiat pregame show. This is Shreveport Mudbugs Hockey.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Hey, this is Chet Yoder, voice of the Mudbugs. DeFada and Associates Investigative and Risk Analysis Services has been conducting professional private investigations for over 20 years. They offer a full range of services to both individuals and businesses. Whether you need an investigator for a personal matter like a child custody case, or you suspect an internal theft problem with your business, DeFada and Associates has the experience, training, and knowledge to get you the information you need. Call Jerry today at 318-635-9944 to talk about your case, or visit them online at defadapi.com.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Welcome back into George's Pond at Hearst Coliseum. We're trying to work through some technical difficulties. I got Eric Horn from the HTP technical crew to try to fix that before the game as we get ready for tonight's contest. A look at the Whataburger starting lineups. Whataburger, just like you like it. First, for the New Mexico Ice Wolves, head coach by Kyle McKenzie. The assistant coach is Chris Garrity. At left wing will be number 6, Nyan Pei. At center will be number 9, Jake Casey. And on the right wing will be number 11, Andy Earl. Defensively for the Wolves, it'll be number 4, Jacob Guile. And number 2, Sean Smith. Making the start in nets will be number 30, Jackson Silverberg. Your Whataburger starting lineups for the Shreveport Mudbugs. Head coach by Jason Soupy Campbell in his 8th season as the bench boss. The assistant coach is Brett Smith. Goaltending coach is Rich Perrant, and the honorary assistant is Chris Lane. At left wing will be number 38, Chase Sakrisky. At center will be number 28, Andre Parichka. And on the right wing will be number 15, Jonah Jasser. Defensively for the Bugs, it'll be number 5, Owen Case, and number 4, Johnny Byrne. And making the start in nets after having a kind of a tough night for him. He'll admit he probably should have had a few of those goals. It'll be number 31, Tyler Hodges. Those are your Whataburger starting lineups. Whataburger, just like you like it. Mudbugs Hockey today is brought to you by Fireplace Specialties. Fireplaces, gas logs, glass doors, wood stoves, inserts, mantles, and grills. They got it all. They're located at 8500 Box Road in Shreveport or by logging on to fireplacespecialties.net. Mudbugs Hockey today is brought to you by Down Home Meats, serving the good folks of Stonewall, Louisiana and the neighboring cities for over 40 years. They're dedicated to creating sausage the way it was made 100 years ago, focusing on 4 main ingredients and natural casings to give you the very best old-school smoked, flavored sausage. Mudbugs Hockey today is brought to you by Porter's, delivering the difference for Mudbugs Hockey. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, providing floor mats, uniforms, and facility services for your business. We'll take another break. The Bugs and the Ice Wolves are on the ice. It's the finale of this 2-game series in this Glowtoberfest weekend. This is Shreveport Mudbugs Hockey.
For those that have fallen, I say get up. For those that are asleep, I say wake up. For those that are seated, I say rise. It is time. The world needs what we possess. The only hope for a dark world is the light of Jesus Christ. Let your light so shine.
Thank you for tuning in to this Word of God Ministries message.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Welcome back into George's Pond at Hearst Coliseum. The Mudbugs and the Ice Wolves on the ice. The Ice Wolves in their reggae-like jerseys. It's got that teal, yellow, and red linings. The New Mexico logo in front. The yellow numberings and letterings along the backside. The Mudbugs in their white jerseys. That spells out Bugs. They got the claw to work as the U, the red numberings and letterings along the backside. Now we ask you please rise wherever you may be for tonight's national anthem.
Bugs fans are undoubtedly the most patriotic to be found. A few simple requests, please stand. Remove your caps and hats. And join in the singing of this evening's national anthem. Please welcome to George's Pond, Ashlyn Taylor.
A very beautiful rendition of tonight's national anthem, sung by the very lovely Ashlyn Taylor.
Mudbugs hockey staff include head equipment manager Billy T. Wilker, Willis Knighton, trainer Hunter Robinson.
The Mudbugs in kind of this streak where they just can't get a string of success built together. They've won a couple, lost a couple, won one, lose one, and trying to find some consistency in this inconsistent start. And they got some fresh legs in this lineup. Chase Sakrisky, one of them, Hayden Campbell, the other. And they're looking for Hodges to bounce back after getting pulled last night, where the coaching staff didn't think he played really that badly, and they felt like he was left out to dry from his teammates in front of him. Got a ceremonial puck drop. Jasser doing the honors. Big hello to the Jasser family tuning in tonight from the Woodlands. They moved. They were up in Flower Mound, and then Mr. Jasser and the family had to move for their job. Just a little bit farther away, but we hope they're doing well. It'll be Casey and Andre Parichka to get this baby started. The Landers opening puck drop is dropped, tied up, and won technically by the Bugs as the puck is wedged in deep into the New Mexico zone there by Jasser. Hard hit along the far half wall. Battling for it now, and the puck skips onto the stick of Guile. Guile will bank it up off the near side boards, back out to center, now played back into the Wolves zone. Guile, who was not in the lineup last night, in there today. Intercepted. Sakrisky now taken away there by Pay. Pay now along to the right side. He'll gallop across. Got slowed down there by the Zebra. Now through the middle. That was inadvertent. And the puck now just shaken in deep into the Wolves zone. In on the forecheck there is Parichka, but it's taken out there by Bickler. Cross-ice pass up off the stick of McCaffrey and directed in deep into the Bug zone. And it'll go down the length for icing on New Mexico. And that's how this game gets started. 47 seconds in to this contest. We hope everybody's NA TV cast is working. I know we're having some issues, so we're trying to fix through that as best we can. Face-off won there by the Bugs. Played back up top to the point. Unable to hold it in. There was Pusateri. Pusateri now will just yank it in. Slowed down there by Silverberg. He is the number one netminder for the Wolves. Now along to the end boards. Good pursuit here by Hoagland. Now along to the left side, McCaffrey. He'll throw it through the middle, taken there by Fairbanks. He'll drop it off to the right side there to Gibbons. Back to Fairbanks, thrown toward the net. Save made there by Hodges. Wasn't much there, but he's able to make the stop for a break in the action. First period tonight brought to you by Advanced Air Conditioning and Heating, offering installations, repairs, and maintenance for homes and businesses in the area. Log on to advancedac.com. Face off to the left of Hodges. Now rolled up around the end boards. Reed will slither it through to the near side there to Wolf Talby, who had the lone goal last night. Here comes DeLulio, now played back out to center. Reed will just rip it back into the Wolves zone. New Mexico's got it. Early stages of this contest, no score. Now along the left side, Erickson, that's Jace Erickson, jabs it up ahead there to Edberg. Right point through the slot. Coming around the near circle, try to tuck one in front. Good stick in front. It looked like it was Earhard, and the puck is chipped back out to center. All the way back into New Mexico zone, up off the stick of Farmer. Flipped back in deep there by Wolf Tolby. Farmer, who had a nice night last night, a couple of apples, he'll go to the far side, taken there by Borgestead. He gains his own left side, worked in along the near corner, centering feed. It'll go along into the far corner. Now a pursuit of the puck, that's Hubbard battling for it. Now along to the end boards, pushing and shoving, Tremblay's in there. And now along the far circle, shot toward the net, fought off there by Hodges. Guile now, thrown to the point. At the top, shot there by Smith, hit a couple of bodies in a direction to the far corner. Now in down low, that's Hugo. Trying to send one out in front, taken away there by Campbell. Up off the stick now of Griner, back out to center. In front of the Mudbugs bench, the puck deflects out of play for a break in the action. Almost 3 minutes gone by. I'm Chet Yoder coming to you live from George's Pond and Hearst Coliseum alongside my broadcast partner, Duncan Welker, as Dunkaroo will have you covered in the first and second intermission reports. Of course, it'll start with the North Caddo Express Lube first intermission, where he will go one-on-one with one of our favorites, the former driller, Johnny Burnt. Get a different perspective. That's Burnt Part 2. Had Burnt Part 1 at the showcase. Buck slid in deep there by Jasser. Now along to the end boards. Taken into the near corner by Moscovitin and mailed back out to center, and now just slapped in deep there by Earl. Slowed down there by Hodges. He'll go into the near corner up off the stick of Easton. Moscovitin now into the near corner. The puck now punched into the net behind Hodges for a break in the action. Coach Soupy changing it up. He's got the tie on this evening. I've noticed that. 3:13 gone by in the opening period, brought to you by Advanced Air Conditioning and Heating. Left wing circle. Face off. Tied up. Taken there by Samengo. And he'll be able to jar it back out free to center. Now Pusateri around that far half boards, just trying to needle it out of the zone. He does. It looked like it got a hand pass, and it was on the Bugs.
Bookkeepers on the go provide bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services for small and medium-sized businesses. Find out
3.5 gone by here in the opening period. Mudbugs at a record of 5-5-2. There's been a lot of concern over the team's start to this season, but they have been prone to slow starts before. This one not their worst start to a season. Hoagland up through the middle there to Samengo, and Samengo will just pop it in. Into the near corner it goes. Samengo ties it up on that corner. Getting help there is McKay in for support to the left of Silverberg. Hoagland's there just watching, trying to get that puck out free. And now he does toward the net, hit the side of the net. Now along the end boards. Grabbed there by Hoagland, now taken away along the left side. Right point, Guerrero. And carry back out to center, and the puck looked like it got a piece of the New Mexico bench, and it did for a break in the action. Reminder, Mudbugs fans, that the next broadcast will be next Friday night from the Hilliard Center, formerly the American Bank Center in Corpus Christi. The first of 2 games. It'll be the first visit back in that building since that very forgettable Game 3, which ended the Mudbugs season last April. Along to the left side, up off the stick of Edberg. Oh, it bounced on net. Stopped, made there by Hodges, and he'll cover it up.
kids are making marks on your wooden floors. Snyder's Floor Covering can help with brand new floors for your home. That's Snyder's Floor Covering, proud Mudbugs hockey partner.
Mudbugs Hockey today brought to you by Johnny's Pizza House. Let's share a slice of the best pizza in town. Now in front of the New Mexico bench. Ooh, hard check. Oh, no. Slow to get up was Sean Smith. We got to push it and shove in. After the whistle, Earhart's in the middle of it with Tyler Hess. The initial penalty goes to Shreveport. It's Wolf Talby who's going in. Luckily, Sean Smith is okay. .431 gone by. First choice personnel penalty kill on the ice. Toward the net. Top of the near circle. Save made there by Hodges. Now to the left point, thrown around to the right point now. Fairbanks across toward the net. Save made there by Hodges. He tucks it in between the pads on a shot from the near circle there by Earl. If you want to celebrate your next birthday party at George's Pond, you can. Private ice time and private party room are available. Just give us a call at 318-636-7094 and celebrate your next birthday party at George's Pond. Face-off won there by New Mexico. Played back up top to Fairbanks. Now to the left point there to Farmer. He'll drift it in down low. In the box once again is Wolf Talby. And now on the far side, the puck is smacked all the way down. Good job there by the first choice personnel penalty kill. Mudbugs have yet to record a shot on net. Official shots on goal, 3-0 in favor of New Mexico. Wolf Talby sitting for boarding. But they'll be able to slide it all the way down. It's a good job there by Jasser and the crew. Along the left side, that's Farmer. Through the middle. Slow down, right point. Shot toward the net, rolls on net. Got tipped in front. Save made there by Hodges. Pushing and shoving after the whistle. Pusateri was in there. Mudbugs hockey brought to you by Coors Light, made to chill. Face off to the left of Hodges. One there by New Mexico. Played back up top. Moskviden, left point shot. And that one wired high and wide of the Bugs net. And now swindled in down low there to Hubbard. Intercepted there by Case. Mudbugs can't clear though. 40 seconds left on this power play for New Mexico. Case now on top of Casey. Now to the right point. Smith couldn't handle it, but he's able to kind of skip it along, and now the puck is punched out free. That face-off will stay in deep in the Bug zone. You can follow the Mudbugs on all your social media outlets, Facebook, X, Snapchat, Instagram at Shreveport Mudbugs Hockey. Our staff does a wonderful job to give you the latest and hottest information. Farmer to Fairbanks, into the far corner there to Gibbons. He looked, now he'll go to the right point. Fire toward that, tipped in front. That might have hit a post along the far side. Now along the far half wall, DeLulio fights for it. And worked out free. Adams is looking at shot toward the net. Gloves save, and a beauty there by Hodges as Farmer threw a rocket toward the net. 7 seconds remaining on Wolf Talby's infraction. Mudbugs hockey brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beers, sports. They'll be hosting future viewing parties and post-game parties, so be sure to check out those dates for all that fun. Face-off won there by New Mexico. Played back up top to Guile. Guile at the left point. Now drifted in down low from the high slot. He fires one and he scores. That's Andy Earl, one of the New Mexico leaders, and it's 1-0 Ice Wolves with 1 second left on the power play. Boy, New Mexico doing what they did last night and scoring on a power play goal. or power play opportunity, rather. Earl from Naom Pay and Sean Smith. And look at this, shots on goal, 5-zip. Mudbugs got to wake up. The goal comes at 6:31 of the opening period. Boy, a rocket of a shot from Andy Earl to the right side there to Campbell. Now in deep there to Byrne. Played back now, top of the point. Tremblay, a shot, save made there by Silverberg. Backhander by Byrne, he scores! Griner was in there, Tremblay started it, and we're all even 1-1. Griner got in the dirty area. Byrne came across with a backhander and slapped it home. Tremblay should get one of the helpers. Probably the lead one. And what a response on the Mudbugs' first shot of the game. Gets this crowd into it. Byrne from Tremblay and Griner. Shots on goal, 5-1 in favor of New Mexico. The score, 1-1. Boy, Johnny Byrne providing another big goal when you need it. What a start that young man's having. Face off, tied up. Whoa. Getting a little feisty there, DeLulio. Face off, tied up, one there by New Mexico. Borgestead into the left side. He'll bang it in. Along to the far corner, in down low along the end boards. Oh, hard check. Looked like Adams got sandwiched up. Along the far half wall. Anytime Duncan Welker's favorite player is in the middle of it, he gets just extra warm and fuzzy inside, and that's Tremblay. Reed will checker it into the far corner. Like I said, Byrne's goal from the Frenchman and the Minnesotian on the left side. Formerly the Spokanean. He was from Spokane. Big hello to the Griners. Hope they're enjoying it back home. Along the left side, that one tipped in front. Look out, folks. That one right in to my left-hand side and out of play. One-one contest. Face-off one there by the Bugs at center ice. 1-1 game. Far side. Taken there. Here's Hoagland. Little space. Hoagland, a backhander. Save made there by Silverberg. Now along into the near corner. Battling for it there is Samengo. And now taken back out Erickson to the far side there to Young. Little space. The captain for New Mexico. Far half wall. Directs one toward the net and he shot it wide. Into the near corner, McCaffrey. Toward the net, taken away there by Pusateri as he'll lug it back out. And now Samengo lays it into the New Mexico zone. Now the puck is speared up off the near side boards and all the way down. Puck now lifted up ahead. McKay to Hoagland. Hoagland coming around into the near corner and intercepted. Good cancel out there by Griner to hold the zone though. Now in down low behind the New Mexico net. Battling for it there is Campbell. Campbell in there. Griner in there for help now. Along the inboards. Grinding down low. Tremblay now trying to fish it out. And worked out free there by Smith. He'll go into the near side there to Young. Up ahead there to Tremblay. Taken away and now William Alexis Tremblay will take it all the way back. Far side there to Case. Case up off the stick, couldn't handle it cleanly. There was Jasser. Puck jolted up off the near side boards, back out to center. Tremblay has it, right side. Tremblay trying to get it in deep. He got his pocket picked. Now through the middle, Edberg will just softly grab it and caress that baby back in to the Mudbug zone. Coming up on the midway point of the opening period, 1-1 game. Now Pay, near half wall there to Case. Earl holds the zone. Earl taken away, shot toward the net, tough angle. In the near corner there by Casey, it went wide. Up off the stick, down low there to Earl. Now to Pay, tucks one in front. And a bunch of white jerseys, that's Jasser, who will joust it in deep into the New Mexico zone, rather. Pay now, right side, will drop it off there to Bickler, and Bickler will just flip it in. It gets on net, covered up there by Hodges. And we got a break in the action. 9:39 to go here in the opening period. 1-1 is the score. This is Shreveport Mudbugs hockey.
For those that have fallen, I say get up. For those that are asleep, I say wake up. For those that are seated, I say rise. It is time. The world needs what we possess. The only hope for a dark world is the light of Jesus Christ. Let your light so shine.
Thank you for tuning in to this Word of God Ministries message.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Welcome back into George's Pond at Hearst Coliseum. We're getting some extra YouTube casters as the NATV site is all down. So there are no games being broadcasted at the moment. The league is working on the problem as we speak. But we welcome in all our listeners. And every time you talk to Billy Welker, he's one of those guys that loves hockey on the radio, and that's what it is. One of those games, and yeah. Duncan Welker, one of those guys as well, as the puck rolls all the way down for icing on New Mexico. Yeah, really, overall, sports on the radio, just a wonderful thing. Face off to the right of Silberberg. Looks like Parichka got kicked out. Jasser's going to get in there. Along to the far corner, Reed. Erickson to the far corner. Now worked out, back out to center. New Mexico's got numbers if they come in with a hurry. Here's Casey toward the net. Save made there by Hodges along the short side with 8:57 remaining here in the opening period. Shots on goal now 6-3 in favor of New Mexico, tied in the scoring department at 1-1. Now along into the near corner. Up ahead, Earhard. Played back to the right point now. Guerrero a blast, blocked in front. Played back out to center. Worked in deep. Up off the near side boards, back out to center. New Mexico's got numbers. Along to the right side, Young a shot, and that one whistled wide, and it ricochets back out to center. Grabbed there by Earhart through the middle. Gains his own. Earhart onto the stick of DeLulio, but it got punched out of trouble there by McCaffrey. Mudbugs get a change on the fly. Into the near corner. Guile works it out free, some pushing and shoving. Up along to the left side, McCaffrey through the middle. Taken away there by Burnt. Burnt now will just softly brush it in. Slowed down there by Silverberg. Boy, he almost stumbled in a perilous spot to the left point. Toward the net. Blocked in front there by Bickler. Bickler, a left side, smacked up off the near side window all the way down for icing on Ice Wolves hockey. 7:37 to go here in the opening period. Duncan Welker will have a Shreveport Regional Airport look around the world in sports in our first intermission show. And he's going to bring the excitement like he always does in just a little bit. Fired toward the net there by Hoagland. It gets blocked in front and taken back out to center. Up off the near side boards, off the stick of Samango, who got wiped out of the screen. And oh boy, he's not getting up. Oh, now he is. Awkward hit. Penalty coming up now to Hugo. Luckily, Samango's okay, and the Mudbugs get their first power play of the night. It's a boarding infraction. Face off to the right of Silverberg. Tied up one there by New Mexico, and they'll gash it all the way down. Slowed down there by Hodges. Boarding is the penalty on Hugo. Dropped off there to Samango through the middle. To the far side there to Griner. Played back up top now to Adams. Near circle there to Parichka. Played back up top to Adams. He'll just go across there to Griner. Far circle, tipped in front. That hit a couple of bodies. Now Griner played back up top to Jasser to the right point. He'll swindle it in down low up off the stick of Parichka. And the puck is hammered all the way down. 40 seconds gone by on Hugo's boarding infraction. 1-1 game, 6.5 remaining. Here in the opening period, brought to you by Advanced Air Conditioning and Heating. Now Hoagland, played on back there to Burnt. Burnt will drift it on back there to Earhart. Left side across there to Hoagland. Down to a minute remaining on the power play. Tremblay will curl back up top. Burnt a shot, left pad save, made there by Silverberg. Now along the end boards, losing his stick there was Earhart. Now he's just battling for it, worked out free, and the puck is skied all the way down there by Hubbard. Down to 35 seconds remaining on this Scott Powerline power play, their first of the night. Hoagland, far side there to Earhart. Whoa! That one had a little bit too much steam, and it got the belly of Hoagland. He's all right. Right back out to center. Mudbugs a little scattered on that bring-in. Whoa. It's an interesting stop there by Hodges. I thought he made that look a little bit more spicier than it needed to be. Hoagland, tripped up there was Tremblay, and they're going to get the call. Mudbugs want to give them the puck so they get a 2-minute advantage for 7 seconds. Great draw there by the Frenchman. Boy, big opportunity here. If the Mudbugs can win the draw, they can do something quickly with 7 seconds. In the box is Farmer for tripping. Face off, tied up. One there by the Bugs to the left point, across toward the net. Jasser, a shot blocked in front. That's a good block there by Guile. Now 5-on-4. Across there to Semengo. And over to Jasser, top of the near circle. He lost the edge on it. Now a pass. He gets it out open free off the far half wall, and Semengo can't hold the zone. The puck deflects, held in there by Semengo. Oh, he gave it away. And the puck is fluttered all the way down. There by Hugo. Down to 90 seconds remaining on the 5-on-4 power play, brought to you by Scott Powerline. Mudbugs officially 0 for 1 on the man advantage so far. Right side there to Tremblay. He'll wrist it into the near corner, over to Hoagland. Hoagland spins it around. Tremblay in there for help. And worked out free there by Bickler. Bickler will bomb it all the way down. 60 seconds remaining now on this tripping infraction on Farmer. Burnt through the middle. They'll drop it off there to Hoagland. Hoagland now far side there to Earhart. Earhart kind of splits through into the far corner and just sets up shop. They'll work the perimeter over to Burnt. Burnt now, top of the near circle, down low. Earhart dropped off, low to high, there to Burn across. Hoagland a blast, save made there by Silverberg. Looking for a rebound. Now a headlock on Earhart, and they're tied up like a couple of love kittens. McKay getting messed with by Hubbard. We're down to 32 seconds remaining on this Scott Powerline power play. Face off left wing circle. Face off, one there by New Mexico. They'll rip it around the near side. Boards held in there, played back up top now. Adams across, Semengo a blast. He just missed, rolls in front of the goal mouth, and the puck is decked all the way down. And that'll just about do it. One last rush for the Bugs. Maybe. 10 seconds now. Semengo along the right side will work it up the ice from left to right. Thrown across, up off the stick of Griner. Griner's got it. Griner now behind the New Mexico net. He'll work it around the wagon. 5-on-5. Adams, Jasser now into the near circle there to Griner. Now punched out of trouble momentarily there by Silverberg. Into the far corner. Jasser into the slot toward the net. With a rocket of a shot there by Semengo. Save made. Another save made there by Silverberg. Now top of the near circle. Adams sends one in front. And the puck is held in there by Jasser. Good work there by Adams, and now carried back out along the right side there by Moscovinin. 1-1 game. As the puck is railed back in there by Farmer. Good press here by the Bugs overall. Shots 6-4 in favor of New Mexico. And down low, the New Mexico zone, Guile will hodgepodge it up off the near side glass, back out to center, all the way in now to the Bug zone. Pusateri off the stick of Easton. Now in down low, Pusateri a shot, and a right kick save made there by Silverberg. Held in there, Pusateri in down low, backhander, oh boy. Earhart tried to kind of get a little too cute there. He had Wolf Talby there. Perhaps Earhart wants to put that puck toward the net. That's easier for us to say, though. He saw Wolf Talby now from the high slot. And the puck is softly flickered back out to center. There by McCaffrey. Minute and a half remaining here in the opening period. Worked across. Here's McCaffrey. Shot, save made. Rebound, hit the post. That was Gibbons trying to trickle one through. Now trying to bank one in. Into the near corner. $1:18 remaining in the period. Now from the slot. Waiting. Fired toward the net. Save made there by Hodges. McCaffrey from the high slot and hit a body in front. Into the far corner. And now Hodges without a stick. He can't grab it yet. Into the far circle. McCaffrey across. Farmer a shot. Blocked in front. And now Hodges gets his stick back. Play to the right point. Toward the net. Tipped in front. Into the far corner now. Pusateri has it. Pusateri ties it up along the board. Still time here for New Mexico. They got a couple of late period goals last night. They're looking for another. Into the near corner now. Played up off the near side boards. Held in there by Farmer. Farmer throws one toward the net, and Hodges has to cover this up and slow it down. And he will. 38 seconds remaining here in the opening period. Still a 1-1 contest. Old Dunkaroo will go one-on-one with Johnny Burnt. Of course, he is a Chicago native, and I heard one of those questions was, who was his baseball team? There's a north side and a south side. One side's been a little bit more successful than the other, and I say a little bit loosely. One side did go over 100 years without a World Series title. Played back out to center. In front of the Mudbugs bench, 15 seconds remaining. Whoa, we got a little bit of a traffic jam. Oh, boys, Griner? Yeah, Griner was down. He got back up. Now on the far corner, Mudbugs want to tie this up now. Wolf Talby up ahead through the middle. There is Earhart. They have time here. Now they'll just checker it in, and that'll do it for the period. Game tied 1-1. Andy Earl for New Mexico. Johnny Burnt for the Bugs. Some jaw-jacking, not much going on after that. Shots on goal tied 7 apiece. Stick around for the North Caddo Express Lube. First intermission show. North Caddo Express Lube, offering oil changes, inspection stickers, transmission services, and vehicle and key fob batteries. Mention the discount code MUDBUGS25 and get 10% off your next service. 1-1 is the score. Easton's barking. That's what he loves to do at that New Mexico side. We'll see if anything comes about of that. You're listening to Shreveport Mudbugs Hockey.
Hey, this is Chet Yoder, voice of the Mudbugs. DeFada and Associates Investigative and Risk Analysis Services has been conducting professional private investigations for over 20 years. They offer a full range of services to both individuals and businesses. Whether you need an investigator for a personal matter like a child custody case or you suspect an internal theft problem with your business, DeFada and Associates has the experience, training, and knowledge to get you the information you need. Call Jerry today at 318-635-9944 to talk about your case or visit them online at defadapi.com.
For those that have fallen, I say get up. For those that are asleep, I say wake up. For those that are seated, I say rise. It is time. The world needs what we possess. The only hope for a dark world is the light of Jesus Christ. Let your light so shine.
Thank you for tuning in to this Word of God Ministries message.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Welcome back to the North Caddo Express Lube First Intermission Show. I'm Duncan Welker, and I'm sitting here with Mudbugs defenseman number 4, Johnny Burnt. Johnny, welcome on.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. So, Johnny, this weekend we faced New Mexico. we got a little look at them at the showcase. You know, we were we were right by them in terms of the locker room there and the beauty of a setup there. But in terms of their positioning in the Southern Division standings right now, they're coming in on a decent start. What's the one thing what's one thing you rather think you guys need to get it going this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, they pressure hard. We just got to be ready for it, and we got to move pucks well and just play our game, honestly.
So essentially just have that consistency flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing a couple of your fellow defensemen have said. Gordon Guerrero said it. I talked with Evan Adams, and he said the same thing. So it seems like consistency has been the theme of the start this year.
Yeah, for sure.
But in speaking of that early start, how do you think the season's gone this year? We're currently sitting at not at the top, not yet anyways. We're sitting in second place of the Southern Division, right behind Lone Star, at 12 points. So I was about to say this weekend I think has a chance for that. But how do you think the start has been so far to this season?
I mean, we could be doing a little bit better, but I mean, decent way to start the season. We got some good wins. We've had our losses, but I mean, it's just all about getting together as a team at this point in the year.
Absolutely. I think that's the biggest thing is, it all comes back to that team effort and wanting to get, as your fellow defenseman, Remy Pusateri, said, first weekend, he said he wants to see everybody get that 1% better. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would.
Good. All right. Now on to you, Johnny Burnett. So I asked you earlier, you are from Illinois. Remind me exactly where?
I'm from Wheaton, Illinois.
Wheaton, Illinois. How far, this is probably a question you've heard all your life, but how far is that outside of Chicago?
It's like 45 minutes.
Okay, 45 minutes. So it's about, I'm going to show how bad I am at my geography here. It's about probably Ruston or Monroe to Shreveport, I would say.
Yeah.
But again, that might show how bad I am at my Northwest Louisiana geography. But that's a different story for a different time. Sitting here with Mudbugs defenseman number 4, Johnny Burnett. So Johnny, growing up in Illinois, I was about to say, where'd you come from? Where'd you come from to us?
I came from southern Louisiana,
Nice.
Drillers. Before that, I was playing out in Boston, and then I played youth growing up in Chicago.
Nice. I was about to say Louisiana Drillers are good. I was about to say they did well. They did well last year. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, pretty decent, I guess.
I was about to say, and they've got off to a decent start. A couple of their coaches, good friends with several of our coaches here. They were here for camp, but they've done well, I think, so far.
Yeah, they've done really well as a coaching staff.
Yeah. And I was about to say they've promoted you. About to say when you got one of your first North American League goals, they promoted it right on their socials.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to say the Drills are a good organization, I think.
Yeah.
So I was about to say, how have you adapted to Shreveport? I know it's different coming from Lafayette. I was about to say, how have you been finding Shreveport so far?
Oh, it's great. Great people, great community. The pond is a great place to be, and everybody's made me feel very welcome here.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that's the idea. I'm about to say, what is one thing you want to tell the fans this weekend, coming into this weekend, the Glowtober weekend? Because as you've been able to see across these last 2 weekends, the ice has been painted in glowing dark, and there's some black lights around here. So I'd say, what's one thing you want to tell the fans this weekend?
I'm hoping that we can put on a show as long as you guys come to support. We'll be ready to put on a show and hopefully get 2 wins this weekend.
I think so, yeah. I'd about to say, I think a lot of people in Mudbug Nation are looking to those first 2, I guess that first sweep of the weekend, kind of.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get it done.
Right. So, I mentioned a little bit earlier, you've been finding Shreveport well. About to say, who are you staying with in terms of billet life?
I'm staying with the Morrises.
Morrises?
Yeah, they made me feel very welcome.
Good.
Their house is a home. It's really great.
Good. I was about to say, you have any roommates?
Right now I got Call Up with me.
Who up?
I got a Call Up with me.
Oh, gotcha. That's good. Maybe we'll hear from him later. Maybe we won't. But like I said, different story, different time for a place for that. I was about to say. So obviously from being about 45 outside of Chicago, I'm sure you've been asked this question at least once, maybe once in your life. I asked your fellow Illinoisan. Is that the right term for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just call it that. Talked to your fellow Illinoisan, Vinny DiUlio, last week. and I asked him, what is your preferred style? Chicago pizza, deep dish, or tavern style? So I'm going to ask you the same question. Tavern style or deep dish?
Deep dish, 100%.
Deep dish? Okay, so that's 2 deep dishes. Now this is a question that my sister wanted me to add. My sister, Annie Welker, she's probably listening at her job in Alabama. Are you a baseball fan, firstly, before we go any further? And the next question, most important question you're ever going to get from a Welker involving somebody in Chicago, Cubs or White Sox?
White Sox.
Okay, so, all right, so it's 2 White Sox so far that I've heard. But you know what? It's okay. I won't hold that against you, Johnny. I won't hold that against you. That's all right. So I was about to say, now moving back down to Louisiana, what do you think your favorite food has been so far here? And I say food in terms of like Louisiana food. You know, your jambalaya, your gumbo, your etouffee. I was about to say, I was talking to one of your fellow defensemen last week, and they said they had crawfish cornbread. I was about to say, what about you?
I definitely have to go with just like regular old crawfish. Never had it until I came down here.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird. I would have figured up in Chicago they might have at least had some sort of a crawfish boil, but
never.
Yeah,
I
don't blame you. And it probably wouldn't be right depending on who you ask. All right. I'm going to ask you one last thing, and then I'm going to let you get going. So last week I asked the question that's been asked on TikTok a bunch: who would you not let date your daughter on the Mudbugs roster? Now, and I'm going to give credit to my broadcast partner Chet Yoder on this, I'm going to flip the question. So instead of who would you not let date your daughter, the question is, who on the Mudbugs would you let date your daughter?
Oh gosh. Probably have to go with Pusateri.
Remy Pusateri. All right.
Great guy, honestly.
All right. So far we've got Owen Case from Mitchell Reed. We've gotten Jonah Jasser from Evan Adams, and now from you, we got Remy Pusateri. That's an interesting lineup so far. I'm looking forward to the 4th and final answer coming up here in the second intermission. But with that all being said, Johnny, thank you for coming on. It's always good to talk to you, buddy. And, like I said, I'm not going to hold that White Sox fandom against you. We'll be back after these messages and more in the North Caddo Express Loop First Intermission Show. You're listening to Shreveport Mudbugs Hockey.
Hey, this is Chet Yoder, voice of the Mudbugs. DeFada and Associates Investigative and Risk Analysis Services has been conducting professional private investigations for over 20 years. They offer a full range of services to both individuals and businesses. Whether you need an investigator for a personal matter like a child custody case, or you suspect an internal theft problem with your business, DeFada and Associates has the experience, training, and knowledge to get you the information you need. Call Jerry today at 318-635-9944 to talk about your case, or visit them online at defadapi.com.
For those that have fallen, I say get up. For those that are asleep, I say wake up. For those that are seated, I say rise. It is time. The world needs what we possess. The only hope for a dark world is the light of Jesus Christ. Let your light so shine.
Thank you for tuning in to this Word of God Ministries message.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Welcome back inside George's Pond here at Hirsch Coliseum. I'm Duncan Welker. At the end of one, it's Mudbugs 1, Ice Wolves 1, with a power play advantage for the Mudbugs to come in the second period. But now it's time for your Shreveport Regional Airport First Intermission scoreboard update. And join me as we fly around and look at the other scores around the world in sports. First, let's look at the rest of the North American Hockey League action going on tonight, starting in the South Division. Odessa, they currently lead 1-0 against Lone Star in Lone Star at the NITAC Sports Center. Odessa leads 1-0 there. Oklahoma, the Warriors, they currently have a 1-0 lead over the Amarillo Wranglers, 5-0 at the end of the first there. El Paso and Corpus Christi, that game is in favor of the Ice Rays with 18 minutes left in the second period by a score of 1-0. Ice Rays. Now let's move on to the rest of the North American Hockey League. From the East Division, the New Hampshire Mountain Kings and New Jersey Titans are in a shootout. The final score of that will be announced later on in the second Graph Orthodontics in-depth look around the world of sports. Moving on here, the Maine Nordiques, they currently lead the Elmira Aviators 2-0 with 18 minutes left in the third period. There, the Maryland Black Bears, they currently lead 5-3 against the Johnstown Tomahawks at the end of the second there. The Danbury Hatchtricks, they currently lead 3-1 over the Northeast Generals with 7 minutes left in the third period. The North Iowa Bulls, this is coming from the Central Division of the league with 25 seconds left in the second period. The Bulls lead 2-1 over the Aberdeen Wings. The Rochester Junior Americans, they currently lead their game over the Philadelphia Rebels 2-0 with 12:30 left to go in the second. The St. Cloud Norsemen and Minnesota Mallets are all tied up at 2. Second intermission. And at the first intermission of the Bismarck Bobcats Watertown Shamrocks game, that game is all tied up at 1. The Minot Minotauros and the Austin Bruins, they're all tied up at 1 at the end of the first there. The Wisconsin Wendigo, they currently lead their game against the Janesville Jets 2-0, and the Chippewa Steel, they are trailing the Minnesota Wilderness 3-0 at the end of the first period there. Now let's look at some scores from the rest of the sporting world going on today. Let's look at some college football action, and unfortunately for those of us in the Arklatex who support the LSU Fighting Tigers, the game did not go as many Tiger fans wanted, with the Vanderbilt Commodores, number 17 ranked, defeating the LSU Tigers 31-24. Moving on here, unfortunately, Washington State, they currently lead number 18 ranked Virginia 20-10. Oregon, number 8 ranked Oregon, they lead Rutgers 49-3. Texas, the Longhorns, they currently lead Kentucky 7-0 in the third quarter. The Bulls of USF, that's South Florida, they currently lead the Owls of Florida Atlantic 21-3. Alabama, the Crimson Tide, they lead their game against Tennessee, the Volunteers 16-7 with 2 minutes left in the second quarter there. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish, they lead their game against the USC Trojans with 1:30 left to go in the second quarter there. Missouri and Auburn, the Battle of the Tigers. Missouri leads that game 10-7 with 3:40 left in the second quarter. And 2 more games in the top 25 still going on. The Cougars, they currently lead Utah 7-0 with 8 minutes left in the second quarter. And the Bearcats of Cincinnati, they lead the Cowboys of Oklahoma State 21-10 with 8:40 left in the second quarter. Some final games from the world of college football. Texas A&M, they defeated the Arkansas Razorbacks 45-42. The Sun Devils of Arizona State, they defeated the Red Raiders of Texas Tech 26-22. UAB, they defeated Memphis, the Tigers, in a big upset there, 31-22. After firing their former head coach, Trent Dilfer. That's pretty good, I think, but I digress. We move on here. Georgia, the Bulldogs, they defeated the Ole Miss Rebels 43-35. Ohio State 34-0 over Wisconsin. Indiana, the Hoosiers, they defeated Michigan State 38-33. Number 3 ranked Indiana, I should add. Moving along here, Oklahoma, they defeated South Carolina, the Gamecocks 26-7. And Georgia Tech, they defeated Duke 27-18. Now let's look at some NHL scores real quick to wrap things up here. The Seattle Kraken, they currently lead Toronto 3-2. That game in the second intermission. Montreal is currently leading the Rangers 2-1. That game also in the second intermission. The Minnesota Wild, they currently lead their game there 1-0 over the Philadelphia Flyers with 18:57 left to go in the third period there. The Lightning and the Blue Jackets are in the second intermission, and they're all tied up at 2. St. Louis Blues, they currently lead the Dallas Stars 2-0 with 16:40 to go left in the third period. The Winnipeg Jets, they currently lead the Nashville Predators 2-0. And some games that went final earlier in the day. The Devils defeated the Oilers 5-3. The Islanders defeated the Senators 5-4. The Sabres defeated the Panthers 3-0. And some games still on the docket here. The Hurricanes, they take on the Canes later on. The Flames take on the Golden Knights. And the Penguins take on the San Jose Sharks. This has been your Shreveport Regional Airport First Intermission Scoreboard Update. Join me next intermission for your Graph Orthodontics Second Intermission in-depth look around the world in sports. Here in Shreveport, it's 1-1 between the Mudbugs and the Ice Wolves, with a Mudbugs power play to come, a Scott Powerline power play to come in the second period. Stick around, folks. Second period on the way. You're listening to Shreveport Mudbugs Hockey.
For those that have fallen, I say get up. For those that are asleep, I say wake up. For those that are seated, I say rise. It is time. The world needs what we possess. The only hope for a dark world is the light of Jesus Christ. Let your light so shine.
Thank you for tuning in to this Word of God Ministries message.
As a business owner, you know it's important to stay ahead of your competition to succeed. One dishonest employee providing poor customer service can send your business to the penalty box. DeFata and Associates has over 20 years of investigative experience that can help you monitor your employees and investigate losses that may be keeping you from reaching your goals. Whether you need GPS tracking, investigative shopping, integrity testing, or you're experiencing losses caused by theft, DeFata and Associates can help. Give them a call at 318-635-9944 or check out their website at defatapi.com for more information.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Welcome back into George's Pond at Hearst Coliseum. 1-1 game. Both teams trading first period tallies. Second period coming up, and it's brought to you by DeFata and Associates Investigative and Risk Analysis Services. Personal matters, child custody cases, internal theft problems within your business. Just call our main man, Jerry DeFata, at 318-635-9944 to talk about your case, or log on to defatapi.com. Shots on goal in favor of New Mexico, 9-7. Mudbugs are going to begin this period on the power play after Gibbons took a slashing penalty at the 20th minute mark. Mudbugs skate from right to left. Hoagland to take the draw. Face off one there by New Mexico, and Guile will grab it and clobber it all the way down. Earhard to Burn. Oh, a little press here from New Mexico. They got a little bit of a trap here through the neutral zone. Now Earhard over to Tremblay, right side, in up off the stick. It goes of Hoagland. The puck smacked up off the near side. Boards held in there by Earhart. Now to Burnt into the far corner there to Tremblay. Play to the right point across there to Hoagland. He'll touch it back up top. Hoagland now's pass got broken up. Tremblay will settle it down into the far corner. In down low there to McKay. McKay now will just tailor it back up top. Now far circle. That's Earhart. His pass got deflected up off the end boards. Now scrambling for it is Burnt into the far corner. Tries to go low to high. Taken there by Burnt into the near circle. Hoagland is shot. Blocked in front there by Smith. Taken there by Tremblay. Mudbugs hold the zone, and now a pass is broken up. Good tip there by Hugo, and it deflects all the way down. Boy, it is a Halloween-themed weekend. Everybody in costume. We've had some good ones. Along to the right side. The puck now just trickled in deep in front, up off the stick of Jasser. And now Bickler will scoot it up ahead, back out to center, and be able to motor that puck in deep into the Bug zone. Now through the neutral zone. It's Griner, gains his own left side. Worked in deep along the end boards. Roulette wheeled up along to the right point. Adams into the far corner, up off the stick of Parichka. Now to Jasser along the end boards. Taken there by Bickler, and Bickler will go ahead and window shop it up off the near side glass and all the way down. Penalty is over, 5-on-5, and the Bugs come in offsides. They had some numbers the other way.
Once again, tonight's title partners, CPKC, Canadian Pacific, and Kansas City Southern.
2:01 gone by here in the DeFata and Associates second period. Face-off won there by the Bugs. Pusateri will work it in. And now Earl has it. Earl will just funnel it up off the far side boards and back in to the Bug zone. Easton up off the stick of Earhart. It slows down into the New Mexico zone. Smith behind his own net. Will let it go there for Guile. And played back out to center. Far side. DeLulio up off the stick of Pusateri. As the puck is sputtered into the Bug zone. Easton up off the glass. Took a weird bounce. Now Pusateri to Wolf Talby. Far side. Went behind. Earhart gets on net. Out of his net comes Silverberg, and he'll level it back out to center. Worked in right side. Here's Pay across. Up off the stick of Earl. Wolf Talby along the end boards. And now Earhart trying to hold the zone into the near corner. And now taken back out free. Fairbanks through the middle. Taken away now. Right, far side, that's DeLulio. He'll drill it in. Wholesale line change for Coach Soupy. 3.5 gone by here in the middle frame. It's a 1-1 game. Right side, Bickler. Taken away there by Tremblay. And he'll glide it on back. Oh, his pass broken up. Now Campbell grabs it. Played on back to Case. Big hello to the Case family. Tune tonight from Ohio. High slot shot. Glove save made there by Silverberg. I think he was expecting that shot to go low as Campbell put one on. Kind of a high up save there from Silverberg. Face off one there by the Wolves into the far corner. Grabbed there by Young. He'll free it out. Up ahead now. Near side, shot toward the net. Slow down dangerously. Mudbugs trying to get it out of trouble. But that was a shot save made there by Hodges on Hess's pressure. Up ahead. Oh, and Campbell can't hold the puck for a 2-on-1 back the other way. Here's Sloan Farmer up off the stick, and now Just ladled back in down low behind the Bugs net there by Hoagland. Up off the far side. All right, back out to center. Hard check there by Hoagland. Along the left side, that's Burnt. He'll bang it in. Farmer along the end boards. Mudbugs with a few changes to their lineup from last night. Of course, no Lopez Corsi, no Jake Stock. Now through the neutral zone. Puck paddled in deep there by Hess. 5 minutes gone by here in the second. Into the near side, up off the stick of McKay. Sticked down into the New Mexico zone there by Samango. Pass too far there for Borgestead, but he's going to take it up off the boards. Thrown toward the net. Save made there by Hodges. Well, that was something out of nothing. Now Bickler over to Smith up off the end boards. Hodges tried to stop it. Now he lost his stick. So Hodges once again without a stick. To the right point. Toward the net. Smith. Save made there by Hodges. Had some air on it. Mudbugs trying to get it out. They can't. Now flapped in down low, and now Burnt without a stick. Oh, geez. Burnt without a stick. Oh, no. Burnt gave Hodges his stick. That's a veteran move. And now, whoa, wait a minute. Hodges gets out of his net to get his goalie stick. And now the puck is flanked down in deep into the Bug zone. It's a great move by Burnt to give him his stick. The goalie needs his stick more than the blue liner. Now along the right point, Samango across there to Jasser. Jolts one. Stick down there by Silverberg. And it deflects out of play for a break in the action. 6:15 gone by here in the DeFata and Associates LLC second. Mudbugs Hockey today brought to you by Porter's, delivering the difference for Mudbugs Hockey, locally owned and operated for over 50 years, providing floor mats, uniforms, and facility services for your business. Mudbugs will not be back at home till mid-November. Back out to the neutral zone. Oh, that one whisked wide. Into the near corner, Sakriski. Trying to get some space. And now along to the right side. Pay through the neutral zone. Too far there for Casey. Outnumbered is Sakriski. Trying to split the D, but it got poked away there by Bickler. In front of the Mudbugs bench. Puck just squibbed in deep into the New Mexico zone. Good hard check there by Jasser. The puck deflects out of play. Look out right in front of us. It's a loose biscuit, and there is a scramble of young men who are trying to grab that bad boy. With 12:54 remaining here in this second. Mudbugs will take on the Oklahoma Warriors. Be sure to join us for that contest. It'll be Boots and Bugs night, and then the county fair game. So, want to be sure to join us for all that fun. Get your tickets by giving us a call at 318-636-7094 or by logging on to mudbugshockey.com. The Bugs and the Warriors, November 14th and 15th, back here at George's Pond. The Mudbugs will be off the weekend prior to that. They're on the road for the next couple of weeks. Here's Fairbanks. Oh, good stick there by Wolf Talby to break it up. Into the near corner now to Fairbanks. Now to the right point. Erickson slices it in down low into the corner. High slot shot blocked in front there by Wolf Talby. He wore it nicely. Now that might have stung him. Now to the right point. Held in there by Erickson. He'll now just jab it in down low to the left point there to Farmer. Farmer shot goes wide to the Bugs net. 8 minutes gone by here in the second. 1-1 contest. Earhard over to Pusateri. DeLulio was there. Now play to the right point. Held in there by Fairbanks. To the top of the point, held in there, and they'll just dribble it in down low. And now tied up is Gibbons. Worked out free there by Earhart. Back out to center. And the puck is just kind of moonlighted up off the far side boards and then just punched in deep there by Earhart. 11:15 to go here in the second. Puck now just wobbled back into the Mudbug zone down the lane for icing on New Mexico. Louder Baking Company brings you all your icings for Mudbugs hockey. They have great treats here at Mudbugs games. Cookies, they had these brownies that looked unbelievable. I'm staying away from them. Chet Yoder Diet Plan's got fruits today being ingested. Or what should I say, consumed. Trying to stay away from the processed sugar, but it is good. I will have one, just not today. Through the middle, Tremblay able just to kind of scoot it in along the end boards. Griner's in there down low. Griner battling for it along the far corner. Play to the right point. Burn a shot, hit the post. Boy, Silverberg had no idea where it was. Into the far corner, Tremblay, Burn across left point. Case directs one toward the net. He had the tip drill up off the stick of Campbell. Now in down low, high slot, backhander blocked in front there by Smith. Right idea there by Griner all the way down. Now Burnt spins it around. Burnt into the near corner there to Case. McKay's pass too far there for Semango. Hoagland, right side, will rattle it into the near corner. Now Semango, he'll just stash it into the far corner. Whipped around now. Reed tries to hold the zone, played back out to center. Reed playing in front of his mom and dad who made the trip. I met him last night. Very nice folks. I've learned that Mrs. Reed has no influence on Mitchell Reed's fire on the ice. I was informed of that by Mitchell Reed himself. She doesn't like that stuff. In down low behind the Wolves' net. So that I would beg to differ from Mrs. Wolf-Dalby. She looks like a fiery mom. Through the middle to Borgestead. Into the near corner. Maybe not as much fire as Christian Felt, the Billet brother, though. That's hard to match. Through the middle, left side, worked in. That's Hoagland behind the Ice Wolves net. Tucks one in front. That was Semango. Ooh, Semango looked like he took a stick across the face. Now along the inboards. 8:50 to go here in the second. Played out free. Casey. Looks like that puck came out. Shot toward the net. There by Pusa Terry from the left point. And we get a break in the action. Save made there by Silverberg. 1-1 game here in the second. 8:43 remaining. This is Shreveport Mudbugs hockey.
For those that have fallen, I say get up. For those that are asleep, I say wake up. For those that are seated, I say rise. It is time. The world needs what we possess. The only hope for a dark world is the light of Jesus Christ. Let your light so shine.
Thank you for tuning in to this Word of God Ministries message.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Welcome back into George's Pond in Hirsch Coliseum. Now tossed right back in as we're underway. Here are back underway here in the second. 8.5 remaining. Up along the near side, back in the bug zone. Up off the far side board. And the puck deflects out of play. Mudbugs back in action next Friday night from Corpus Christi. Their first visit into that barn since the unforgettable, or should I say forgettable, Game 3 of that South Division semifinal series. It'll be a 7:05 puck drop, 6:50 with the Landers. Pregame show will have the call. Hoping at some point to get Duncan Welker on with me during the action. It's a goal of ours for the weekend, for next weekend rather. Now played all the way down. This one's going to get just wide of the Bucks net. Icing on New Mexico. 7:47 remaining here in this second. Stick around for the Sonic Drive-In second intermission show. Speaking of old Dumpling, he'll go one-on-one with Nandor Polonia in our second intermission show, and then bring you a Graph Orthodontics in-depth look at your scores around the world of sports. No baseball going on, but boy, do the Dodgers look good. Shot toward the net, fought off there by Silverberg. I asked Duncan Welker who could beat the Dodgers in the World Series. Seattle or Toronto. He goes, well, I'm just glad the Brewers aren't in there. Shot toward the net, stick save made there by Silverberg. It didn't really answer my question, but that was a good answer. That's a Billy Welker type of answer right there. It's kind of carried on right there. That's a father-son kind of smart aleck, kind of just avoiding the actual question. Fairbanks around the left far side. He does claim he said Toronto. Toronto's down 3-2 in their series to Seattle. They still got 2 more home games, though, and they need to figure out how to win a home game in that series. Or else Seattle's going to their first World Series in their franchise history. How about that? They're 1 win away. Closest they've ever been. Hess will let it go all the way down the length of the ice. Not much going on the ice. It's an icing on New Mexico. 6.5 remaining here in the middle frame. Face-off will come right back into the New Mexico zone. We'll do it over. The draw happened a bit too early. Now along to the far corner, right point, top of the far circle. Oh, that was a dribbler from Adams. It got deflected into the near corner. Left point, shot there by Reed goes wide. Into the far corner. Now Fairbanks able to work it out. Right side. Hess brushes it into the Bug zone. Near side, Tremblay. Up ahead there to Campbell. Up off the stick of Griner. Griner in down low into the far corner. Reed battling for it. Up off the far side window. Held in there. A smoke job of a shot there by Tremblay. Missed everybody into the near corner. Now the puck just laid back into the Bug zone. Now, two-line pass up ahead there to Jasser. Erickson. Jasser holds his own. Shot from the slot there by Parichka. Got deflected into the near corner. Now played back out to center. 5:10 gone by here in the second. 1-1 game. Here comes Sakriski. Worked into the far corner. Sticked away back out to center. Pusateri. Played on back to Case. Did it get the stick of Parichka? It did not. It's an icing on Bugs hockey. Coach Soupy looking for a stall job here. He needs to get his guys some gas, some energy. Just pulled Sakriski back. He knows he's got some tired skaters. Trying to let them get their wind under them. Face off to the right of Hodges. Face off one there by the Bugs. Played up off the near side boards back out to center. Puck now is popped back in. It gets on net. Hodges will stop it. 4:47 remaining here in the second. Right wing circle to the left of Hodges. One there by the Bugs. Burnt. The lone goal tonight for the Bugs. Up off the stick of McKay. And boy, goals have been hard to come by for the two-time Robertson Cup champions, and it has been a concern in the early start of this season. You think back to last Friday, they were able to put up 6, and then the night after that, 2 goals. Last night, 1, and tonight, just the 1. Up off the near side boards, got a stick of Hoagland into the New Mexico zone. Now gashed back out to center. Good stick there by Burnt. Held in there by Hoagland. Up off the stick of McKay. Now along to the right side. As Casey able to spill it back in to the Bug zone along the far corner. Tough angle toward the net. Bickler had a shot toward the net. Didn't get much on it. Got slowed down a little bit. Pay, high slot toward the net. Blocked off there by Samengo. Off the far side boards back out to center. 3:35 to go in the second. It's a 1-1 game. Now through the middle. Shot there by McCaffrey, and he scores. Blocker side on Hodges, and New Mexico regains the lead, 2-1. Boy, a little space for McCaffrey. He knew what to do with it. And the goal comes at 16:31. And New Mexico regains the lead, 2-1. McCaffrey's third of the campaign. McCaffrey from Bickler and Moskviden at 16:31. And boy, this whole series has been an uphill climb for the Bugs in a period where I thought they played better than last night's second period. Shots on goal tied 13 apiece. Into the near corner. Now down low. New Mexico looking for more. Fairbanks to the left point. Toward the net. Tipped in front. Now it bounces around into the near corner. Closed down there by Gibbons. Play now high slot. Fairbanks working it into the far corner. DeLulio, far side to his roommate, Wolf Tolby. Into the far corner, directs one toward the nets. Oh boy, Hodges tried to slow it down. Now, thrown across, over, toward the net. Moscovita a shot, save made there by Hodges, and he'll cover it up. We are down to 2:33 remaining here in the middle frame. Want to remind our viewers that the second annual Eyeball is hosted by the Louisiana Association of the Blind, and it'll be held Saturday, October 25th at Live Casino in Bossier City. Don't worry, the Bugs are on the road, so come dressed in your best costume for a chance to win $1,000. Experience the haunted forest, have your fortune told, and dance the night away with our dueling DJs. You must be 21 or older to attend. Buy your tickets now at lablind.com. Now into the near corner, Campbell. Far side as the puck just barreled up ahead there to Griner. Griner worked in behind the New Mexico net. Throws one out in front. Campbell had it along the far side and grabbed there by Edberg. Edberg, far side. He'll just lace it back in behind the Bugs net. Play it around the far side. Far half ball shot toward the net. Save made there by Hodges. The helmet comes off too. Oh, pushing and shoving. Looks like Tremblay got mixed up there by Petkovic. And I don't know if Tremblay pushed Petkovic into the goaltender of Hodges, and that's why Tremblay's going in. There was something that occurred before that set Petkovic off. Tremblay, the only penalty. .155 remaining in this second period. Scott, or rather first choice personnel penalty kill rather for the Bugs.
Mudbugs, penalty number 24, William Alexis Tremblay.
Roughing the call on Tremblay.
New Mexico won that power play advantage.
They'll get the power play for the whole period. The whole rest of the period. Now Fairbanks intercepted and burnt. We'll go ahead and swat it all the way down. $1:20 remaining here in the second. 2-1 lead for New Mexico. Fairbanks, right side. He'll go ahead and finesse it in. Behind the Bugs net, around to the far corner, McKay. Tries to hold the zone, tried to get it out of the zone. He couldn't. Now Fairbanks across, intercepted. Jasser able to grab it and stuff it all the way down.
1 minute left in the second period.
Farmer, far side there to Hubbard. And he'll go ahead and twirl it in. Reed rails it up off the near side. Board's taken there by Semengo. Mudbugs can run with this if they want. And now left near side, Adams, and he'll just go ahead and take the smart move and shake that puck back in to the New Mexico zone. 25 seconds remaining here in the middle frame. 2-1 lead for New Mexico. Now Smith worked in. McCaffrey with the difference maker late here in the second. Semengo up off the end boards. A battle for it from Reed, just tied it up in the corner, worked out free. There's time. Smith toward the net, hit a body in front, and that'll do it for the period. Oh, a hard hit after the whistle. Adams is in there with Hubbard. Mudbugs don't want to get caught up in this. They're down in this game. And now a little pushing and shoving. Moscovita in there. Parichka now tied up. Whoa, looks like a goaltender trying to break it up. That's Silverberg. Hodges looks on. Silverberg just trying to settle this one down, playing peacemaker. That's usually what goalies are all about. Oh, a little hacking going on. Reed got a stick in between the craw of Pay. Just trying to poke a few bears there. Are both teams. Looks like they're still going. Easton now getting in there. He's got some lip service. They got to settle this one down, folks. Moskoveden skates away. Coach Soupy's like, guys, let's go. We got a lot of work to do. He was telling his guys, let's get to the locker room. A lot of tensions flaring tonight between the Bugs and the Ice Wolves. It's a good one. New Mexico 2, Shreveport 1. Shots on goal 15-13 in favor of New Mexico. Stick around for the Sonic Drive-In second intermission show. This is Shreveport Mudbugs Hockey.
For those that have fallen, I say get up. For those that are asleep, I say wake up. For those that are seated, I say rise. It is time. The world needs what we possess. The only hope for a dark world is the light of Jesus Christ. Let your light so shine.
Thank you for tuning in to this Word of God Ministries message.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Welcome back to the Sonic Drive-In second intermission show. This is How We Sonic. I'm Duncan Welker, and I'm sitting here with Mudbugs defenseman number 17, Nandor Polonyi. Nandor, welcome in.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, not a problem. I was about to say, and I got the name right?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. You know, but I'm about to say, I think for the sake of this interview, let's just Polo.
That's perfect. Yeah, that
Perfect.
works.
All right. Well, Polo, this week we got New Mexico coming into town. It's Glowtober weekend. I'm about to say, you've seen the last couple of weekends, ice has been in beautiful glowing fashion, I should say. What's the one thing that you think the boys need to get going here this weekend to basically just get them going? About to say just to get them going. What's the one thing you think?
Yeah, well, first thing for sure is we gotta work hard together. Be smart with our decisions.
Okay.
First of all, the D-zone has to be good. The D-zone coverage, and that's a good base for us. And from there on, we can go and be creative in the O-zone. So
Absolutely.
That works.
All right. So and I've talked to a fellow, your couple D-man, or D-man I should say, and they've said that consistency has been the theme early on here this season. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, exactly.
Just keeping that defensive play.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So I'm about to say last weekend we had a split, had a regulation win, and then a shootout loss. Controversial shootout loss, but different time, different place, of course, against Corpus. We're sitting second right now in the South Division, right behind our good friends in Lone Star and Dan Wildfong. But like I said, whole new week, whole new series. So, Nandor, you're one of several Mudbugs newcomers. So I guess the main thing I really should be asking is, how you finding Shreveport?
Well, it's a good place. The fans are crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're crazy. The Southern hospitality has been amazing so far. I love the fans. I love the people here. So
Good.
I'm just happy to be here.
Oh yeah. I was about to say, Southern hospitality is one thing I think a lot of sports teams in the South try to strive for, I think. But personally, I don't think there's anybody who does it better than right here in Shreveport. But that's just my humble opinion, and probably the humble opinion of others. So this week, like I said, we got New Mexico coming into town. They've done pretty well so far. I was about to say, what's the one thing that Soupy has told you guys about them that to really look out for, if anything?
If anything, it's probably their depth. They have some very good players. We just have to watch out for them. But I think as a team, if we work as a team, we can shut them down pretty good.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think so. I'm about to say, what do you think of the defensive play so far early on here in the season?
Well, it's been not so consistent, but I think we already got the system good, so now we just have to execute.
Absolutely. Sitting here with Mudbugs defenseman number 17, Nandor Polonyi. So, Nandor, Going on into that defensive play, like I said, what's the one thing that you've noticed playing here, at least in the South Division? Because I'm sure you've played in a lot of other places, even overseas. Remind me, you're from
Hungary.
You're from Hungary. I was about to say, what do you think the main difference has been? In that Hungarian style of play versus not only the American style, but the American South style of play?
Well, it's very dirty here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's called the Dirty South
Yeah.
for a reason. So
Yep, it is called the Dirty South.
The physical plays are good, and they're trying to taunt us and stuff like that. I'm trying to stay out of it and tell the whole team, like, just stay out of it.
Yeah.
Care about the game, score some goals, and we can win any game.
Absolutely, get those 2 points. Get in, get out, do the job.
Exactly.
But I think there's something to be said about having that physical style of play now.
Yeah, you have to get used to it.
Oh yeah,
For
I was
sure.
about to say, I overheard a conversation with Mudbugs general manager Scott Musket early on during camp actually, and he said something to the effect of, in this division you have to hit hard and twice as hard on Sundays. And would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is funny because we don't really play on Sundays, but yeah, well, that's an old common saying. So, Nando, as to you, like I mentioned earlier, you're finding Shreveport well. I was about to say, who are you staying with in terms of billet life?
Like my billet family?
Yeah.
Yeah, I stay with Chuck, Martin, and Carla.
Nice.
And my billet bro is Chase Sakrisky.
Jay Sakrisky, good
Yeah.
player.
Yeah, we used to have Perichka as well, but we had too many people.
That's Mudbug center Andre Barichka, of course. I was about to say he's a good player. I'll probably get to him at some point in this series. But you're with Sakrisky. I was about to say, how's he been outside of the rink?
Well, very good. He has some schoolwork to do always, so he's always busy. But he's a good kid, and we're good with the family. They're very, very nice to us. And they treat us good.
That's good.
So it's actually like a family.
I
love that.
Yeah. I'm about to say, you mentioned schoolwork. That's always important to keep on top of that schoolwork for any of the young kids listening out there, of course. So you're on the back line, you're on the blue line here. I was about to say, if there was one position you would play besides defense, what would it be? Would it be in the net, or would it be up front with forwards?
For sure up front.
Really? Up front with the forwards? I was about to say, center or on the wings?
Probably center, because I know how to do the defense part, and like the centerman usually helps down low as well. So I would rather do that. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I could honestly, Polo, I could see that. I could definitely see you being a center. So I was about to say, like I mentioned earlier, and like you mentioned earlier, you are from Hungary. Hungary. I always either hear people pronounce it Hungary or Hungary. How's it supposed to be pronounced?
I think Hungary.
Hungary?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say, so you are from Hungary, you're a Hungarian native. What is one dish that if you had to make for your Mudbug teammates from that Hungarian culture, what would it be?
Like, what do you mean? Like an advice?
Like, yeah. Well, no, like a food dish.
For sure goulash.
Goulash?
With some good pancakes, Hungarian pancakes, for sure. They will love that.
Goulash and Hungarian pancakes. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll have to take you up on that sometime. That sounds pretty good. Now, staying on the topic of food, have you found any, Southern staples, or even Louisiana staples for that matter? Jambalaya, gumbo. It is gumbo season now. I had a couple people, remind me, hey, it's gumbo season. Just and anything else of that Louisiana culture. Have you found a Southern or even Louisiana staple that you like so far?
Jambalaya was good.
Jambalaya.
My family made it a couple of times. It was good.
Oh yeah.
That. Yeah.
I was about to say, do they make it any particular way? Like for me, I make mine with chicken and sausage, and sometimes shrimp, depending on if it's affordable enough, because shrimp and all that is fun prices. But I'm about to say, do they usually just make it with just chicken and sausage in it?
I think so. Yeah. Okay. I don't remember any shrimp, so that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. Now you're good. Chicken and shrimp jambalaya, chicken and sausage jambalaya. Always one of my favorites, and always a staple here in Louisiana, of course. But I digress. So. Paulo, I'm going to ask you one last thing, and then I'm going to let you get going. So last week, I asked a question to several of your Mudbug teammates. Who on the Mudbugs roster would you not let date your daughter? It's a TikTok question. That's where I pulled it from. But this week, I'm actually going to flip the question on its head, and I'm going to give credit to my broadcast partner, Chet Yoder, who's up in the booth with me, play-by-play. So he said, why don't you flip the question? So instead of who would you not let date your daughter, the question this week is going to be who would on the Mudbugs roster you let date your daughter?
Well, for sure I have to say the man, the legend himself, Jonah Jasser.
Okay, so that's two Jassers.
Yeah.
That's two Jassers. So I've gotten Owen Case, Jonah Jasser, Remy Pusateri, and now another Jonah Jasser. So it seems like Jonah Jasser is the positive influence on this Mudbugs team. And you know what? I don't think that's a bad thing, do you?
It's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
We can look up to him.
I know.
Good captain.
It's a good thing. All right. Well, Polo, thanks for coming on. Always good to talk to you, buddy. Look forward to hopefully another conversation at some point in the season. And as for this weekend, you're looking forward to getting 4 points, getting a big win here at the George?
Exactly.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, not a problem, brother. We'll be back with more after these messages in the Sonic Drive-In Second Intermission Show. You're listening to Shreveport Mudbugs Hockey.
As a business owner, you know it's important to stay ahead of your competition to succeed. One dishonest employee providing poor customer service can send your business to the penalty box. DeFata and Associates has over 20 years of investigative experience that can help you monitor your employees and investigate losses that may be keeping you from reaching your goals. Whether you need GPS tracking, investigative shopping, integrity testing, or you're experiencing losses caused by theft, DeFata and Associates can help. Give them a call at 318-635-9944 or check out their website at defatapi.com for more information. defatapi.com for more information.
Welcome back inside George's Pond here at Hirsch Coliseum. At the end of 2, it is Ice Wolves 2, Mudbugs 1. It is now time for your Graph Orthodontics second intermission in-depth look around the world in sports. First, let's take a look at the rest of the North American Hockey League action going on tonight. First, we're going to start off with our friends in the South Division. Firstly, the Odessa Jackalopes, they currently lead their game against the Lone Star Brahmas. They're in Richland Hills, Texas. That game is in favor of the Jackalopes 3-1 with 6:40 in the second period. Moving on here, the Warriors, they currently lead their game 5-1 at the second intermission against the Amarillo Wranglers. They're in Oklahoma at the Blazers Ice Center. And in Corpus Christi at the Hillier Center. It is all tied up at 3 at the second intermission between the Ice Rays and the Rhinos. Now let's move on to the rest of the North American Hockey League action going on this fine Louisiana Saturday night. Rochester, the Junior Americans, they currently lead their game 3-1 against the Philadelphia Rebels. The Aberdeen Wings, they are currently trailing the North Iowa Bulls with 4:20 left in the third period there. That score is 3-2 in favor of the Bulls. Meanwhile, in Minnesota, it's all tied up at 3. It's overtime between the Minnesota Mallards and the St. Cloud Norsemen. Moving on here in the Central Division, the Bismarck Bobcats, they currently lead their game 5-2 against the Watertown Shamrocks. And moving on here in the Midwest Division, the Wisconsin Wendigo, they currently lead their game 5-2 at the second intermission against the Janesville Jets. The Austin Bruins, they currently lead against the Minot Minotauros 4-1. The Minnesota Wilderness lead their game against the Chippewa Steel 6-1 at the second intermission. Now let's look at some games that went final during the second period here. The Titans of New Jersey, they defeated the New Hampshire Mountain Kings 3-2 in a shootout. The Maryland Black Bears, they defeated the Johnstown Tomahawks 6-3. The Maine Nordiques, they defeated the Elmira Aviators 2-1. And the Northeast Generals, they defeated the Danbury Hat-Tricks 4-3. Some games still on the docket in the North American Hockey League are the Springfield Junior Blues taking on the Kenai River Brown Bears and the Fairbanks Ice Dogs taking on the Anchorage Wolverines. Now let's move on to the rest of the sporting world on this Saturday night. Let's take a look at some college football action first. As I mentioned in the Shreveport Regional Report first intermission scoreboard update, the Tigers of LASU, the Fighting Tigers, they were defeated by the Commodores of Vanderbilt 31-24 earlier on in the day. The Ducks of Oregon, number 8 ranked, they are currently leading Rutgers 56-10 with a minute left in the fourth quarter, so pretty safe to say that game is going to go to the Ducks. Moving on here, Texas and Kentucky, they're all tied at 10 in the fourth quarter with 10:40 left there. The Bulls of South Florida, they currently lead the Owls of Florida Atlantic 21-13 with 9:10 left to go in the third quarter there. Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, they currently lead the Trojans of USC 21-13 with 6:20 there in the third quarter. The Tiger Bowl between Missouri and Auburn, that game is in favor of the Tigers from Missouri. 10-7 with 10:15 left to go into the third quarter. BYU and Utah, some after dark football. BYU is in favor of that game, 10-7 with 14:50 left to go into the third quarter there. And the Bearcats of Cincinnati, they lead their game against the Cowboys of Oklahoma State, 28-10 with 14:50 left to go in the third quarter. Excuse me, I apologize, I got the time wrong there. 14:28 left in the third quarter. My sources just shifted. Moving on here, some games that went final throughout the day. Virginia, the Cavaliers, they defeated the Cougars of Washington State. The Aggies of Texas A&M, they defeated the Arkansas Razorbacks 45-42. The Sun Devils of Arizona State, they defeated the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. Moving on here, the UAB Blazers, they upset the Memphis Tigers 31-24. Like I said earlier, a week after, actually, this past week, they fired their head coach, Trent Dilfer, and they upset the Tigers of Memphis. Pretty good, I say, but I digress. We move on here. The Bulldogs, they defeated the Ole Miss Rebels 43-35. Ohio State, they defeated Wisconsin, 34-0. And the Hoosiers of Indiana, they defeated Michigan State, the Spartans, 38-13. Now let's take a look at some NHL scores going on. The Avalanche, they currently lead the Bruins 2-1 at the first intermission. The Hurricanes, they lead the Kings 2-0 at the first intermission there. And there are still some games still to be played in the NHL action tonight. The Flames taking on the Golden Knights and the Penguins taking on the Sharks. Both those games start at 9 p.m. Central Time. Now also got some games that went final. The Kraken, they defeated Toronto 4-3. The Rangers, they defeated the Canadiens 4-3. The Flyers, they defeated the Wild 2-1. The Blue Jackets, good friend of ours, Steve Mears, former Mudbugs broadcaster and Mudbugs legend, they defeated the Lightning 3-2. The Stars, they unfortunately took the loss to the Blues 3-1. The Jets, they defeated the Predators 4-1. The Devils, they defeated the Oilers 5-3. And the Islanders defeated the Senators 5-4 in regulation there. This has been your Graph Orthodontics second intermission in-depth look around the world in sports. Here in Shreveport, it's 2-1 in favor of the Ice Wolves with a short and brief, I might add, 5-on-3 advantage coming towards the Ice Wolves when we come back for third period action. You're listening to Shreveport Mudbugs Hockey.
For those that have fallen, I say get up. For those that are asleep, I say wake up. For those that are seated, I say rise. It is time. The world needs what we possess. The only hope for a dark world is the light of Jesus Christ. Let your light so shine.
Thank you for tuning in to this Word of God Ministries message.
Hey, this is Chet Yoder, voice of the Mudbugs. DeFada and Associates Investigative and Risk Analysis Services has been conducting professional private investigations for over 20 years. They offer a full range of services to both individuals and businesses. Whether you need an investigator for a personal matter like a child custody case or you suspect an internal theft problem with your business, DeFada and Associates has the experience, training, and knowledge to get you the information you need. Call Jerry today at 318-635-9944 to talk about your case or visit them online at defadapi.com.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Welcome back into George's Pond at Hurst Coliseum. 2-1 lead for New Mexico. And they're going to have a two-man advantage with 5 seconds after Mitchell Reed goes in the box for roughing after he got his stick a little too excited at the 20th minute mark. So a lengthy power play for New Mexico. Shots on goal, 15-13 in favor of New Mexico. The only goal of the second belongs to McCaffrey from Bickler and Moskviden at 16:31. And now face-off one there by New Mexico. And now we're 5-on-4. Tremblay gets out of the box. No, the clock stops with 1 second as New Mexico is offside. Face-off one there by New Mexico. Now we're 5-on-4. New Mexico has it back in their own end. Mudbugs with work to do, down by 1. Now along the far side, Farmer. They'll drop it on back there to Fairbanks. Now to the right side, that's Gibbons. They'll just go ahead and chip it in. Some snow getting sprinkled along the end boards. Played to the right point there to Fairbanks. Now to Farmer. Farmer's pass got broken up there by McKay. Edberg now will wheel it around to the right point now. In down low. Pusatari's got it. Pusatari now will pitch it up ahead there to McKay. And McKay will slay it, but it'll deflect out of play. 51 seconds gone by here in the third. It's brought to you by Delta Utilities. You know what's below. Call 811 to locate buried utilities at least 2 days before digging into any project. And the puck is snapped, but not out of the net, out of the zone rather. Moskviden will mail it into the far corner. Minute remaining on Reed's roughing infraction. Played around left point. Moskviden toward the net, blocked in front. McKay's got it. He's got some space too along the right side, and he'll just swing it in deep into the New Mexico zone. Now Hubbard, far side, as the puck is spun in deep up on net. Hodges wanted to stop it, he didn't. And the puck is slapped up off the far side boards and all the way down. All the way back behind the New Mexico net. Now far side, Smith. Played on back now to Pay. Intercepted. Case, left side, will work it in through the middle. Up off the stick of Earhart. Up off the far side boards. That'll be an icing on New Mexico. That's a long look on Kyle McKenzie's face, and I don't blame him. Do not want to ice the puck on the power play with 1 second remaining on a Reed's penalty. Face off to the right side of Silverberg. Up off the far side boards. All the way in now, near side there to Parichka. And now we're back to 5-on-5. Good job there by the first choice personnel penalty kill. Loose puck grabbed there by Reed. Takes a hard check. 2-1 lead for New Mexico. To the far side. Sakrisky up ahead onto the stick of Jasser. Jasser skates in, gets dragged down. Save made there by Silverberg. Now he's without a stick. He's got a stick in the net. He could grab it. I don't want to take a chance. And the puck is just poked back out to center. Now a tie-up along the near half wall. Deep in the Bug zone. Worked out free, taken there by Burnt. Far side to Campbell. Campbell just going to knock it on back there to Burnt. Burnt will drop it off there to Pusateri. Pusateri will forward it up ahead there to Tremblay. He'll give it to Griner toward the net. Pad save made there by Silverberg. Far half wall. Tremblay, took a hard hit across the face. That was awkward. And now along the far side, Earl gets it in deep, taken away there by Tremblay. Tremblay. His pass broken up. Griner will rhyme it in. Into the near half wall, spun around. Tremblay trying to get Griner through the middle, but it was snuffed out pretty well there by New Mexico. Pay's got it, intercepted Tremblay. Taken away now by Casey. 2-1 lead for New Mexico. Almost 4 minutes gone by here in the third. Now Griner. He'll go ahead and dish it back into the New Mexico zone. Up through the middle. Good work there by Edberg. Gains his own right side. Edberg dances his way through around the perimeter. Young. And the puck gets on net, covered up there by Hodges for a break in the action. Want to remind our viewers that the second annual Eyeball, hosted by the Louisiana Association of the Blind, will be held Saturday, October 25th at Live Casino in Bossier City. Don't worry, the Bugs are on the road. Come dressed in your best costume for your chance to win $1,000. Experience the Haunted Forest, have your fortune told, and dance the night away with our dueling DJs. You have to be 21 or older to attend. Buy your tickets now at lablind.com. Along the far corner, Hoagland. Trying to get it out free, and now worked out free. Adams has got it. Adams up off the near side window, all the way down, trying to chase after it. Samango, no icing. A McKay played back right point. Adams toward the net, blocked in front, rebound, save made, another chance, they score! It's Hoagland! And we're all even, 2-2 in the third. Another big-time goal for Hoagland. At 4:43 of the third, the Mudbugs 2, the Ice Wolves 2. Boy, a nice save from Silverberg initially, and then Hoagland there to sweep home the rebound. It's goal number 5 for the young man from Michigan. A little bit different in energy in this building compared to last night. Had a little bit of a stick tie-up between Earhart and his man. Now Earhart will come up to center ice and still got some more mess going on. Face-off won there by the Bugs. And the puck rammed in deep there by Adams. Taken there by Hugo. 2-2 game, back out to center. Adams will go ahead and twirl it in. I gave it to McKay. Should be Hoagland's. Okay, for now it's McKay's from Hoagland and Samango. I thought Hoagland tied it up. I could be wrong. My eyes could be failing me. You never know. I am getting older, not too old, but now shot there by Earhart. Fought off there by Silverberg. Yeah, we're sticking with Hoagland. Now along the left side, Smith. He'll just lay it in. Near circle. High slot. Fired toward the net. Blocked in front. There by DeLulio. Now worked in deep. Into the Wolves zone. Samango. Tough angle shot at the side of the post. And a shot wired wide there by Easton. Played back out to center. Here's a break. Fairbanks all alone. Wrister, and he shot it wide. Oh, he banked it in off the high glass and off the glove of Hodges, and it goes in. And New Mexico scores on one of the most flukiest goals you'll ever see. Fairbanks shot it high and wide. It hit the glass, and then as Hodges came back, he deflects it home with his own glove. Oh, just an unfortunate bounce for the Bugs, and New Mexico regains the lead. Boy, if New Mexico did that, it would have been a hand pass. The goal's going to belong to Fairbanks. And boy, that one, a weird one, assisted by Gibbons and McCaffrey. And it comes at 6:19 of the third. A hot bounce goes against the Mudbugs here. Like I said, he tried to lift it glove side. It got the end glass, bounced so high, and it had just a fiery bounce. It came back across, or came back above the netting, and then as Hodges was getting back, he bats it off his glove and into the net. You can't make that up. That was one of the more flukier bounces I've ever seen go against the Mudbugs here. New Mexico 3, Shreveport 2. Now Burnt, far side. Case through the middle. Sakrisky. Ooh, hard check as he goes hard into the boards. Into the far corner. Now Casey. Was touched by a high stick, but it's not going to matter because it'll be touched down there by Burnt. Oh, well, Burnt's got to touch it now. They're not going to touch it. But Burnt's got to touch it. He's down by one. See, what you do in that spot if you're Burnt is you're trying to hit the player to touch it. That's what Burnt should have done. I think that's what Coach Soupy was yelling at New Mexico or yelling at Burnt to try to do. Now, those are tough plays. You're trying to get that draw in deep into the New Mexico zone. There's a tough sequence there with 12:41 to go in the third. Face off one there by New Mexico. Slid in down low into the near corner to the right of Hodges. Now Reed. Laid on back there to Adams. Adams' pass taken away there by Farmer. And just pounced back into the Bug zone. Ooh. Right back in, a weird bounce. Goes into the end boards. Adams, far side there to Campbell. Campbell up off the stick of Wolf Tolby. And Smith has it. Smith to the near side there to Farmer. 11:55 to go in the third. New Mexico 3, Shreveport 2. That last goal, one of the most freakiest bounces you'll ever see. And it goes against the Mudbugs. Fairbanks gets credit for the goal that Hodges accidentally put into his own net off the hot bounce of the end boards. I know Hodges is kicking himself there. That's one of those kind of type of plays, maybe just self-awareness and We get a break in the action, pushing and shoving in front of the Mudbugs bench. New Mexico 3, Shreveport 2, 11.5 remaining in the third. This is Shreveport Mudbugs hockey.
For those that have fallen, I say get up. For those that are asleep, I say wake up. For those that are seated, I say rise. It is time. The world needs what we possess. The only hope for a dark world is the light of Jesus Christ. Let your light so shine.
Thank you for tuning in to this Word of God Ministries message.
Welcome back into George's Pond and Hirsch Coliseum. Mudbugs back in action. Next Friday night, the Mudbugs will take on the Corpus Christi Ice Rays from the Hilliard Center. 7:05 puck drop, 6:50 with the Landers pregame show. Mudbugs back at home November 14th and 15th. They'll take on the Oklahoma Warriors. It'll be our Boots and Bugs night. And it'll also be the fair weekend, as we will still have the fair going on. So come on out, get your tickets by giving us a call at 318-636-7094 by logging on to mudbugshockey.com. Hodges makes the stop as a roller gets on net. Big thanks to Logan's Roadhouse for being another proud core partner of Mudbugs Hockey. They fed us with a delicious pregame meal. I had the chicken rice. I had to have some rolls, I'm not going to lie. That is a Chet Yoder diet plan killer. But I'll do some damage control later. I had some fruits after my meal, so maybe that'll make me feel better. I'm getting into the fresh dates. It's a big thing, the date fruits. I'm into that. I heard they're unbelievable for you. Played back out to center. Hoagland, left side. Hoagland, little space to room. Run, rather. Now along the end boards into the near corner. Played back to the right point, and Burnt can't hold his own. Far side, Case. And he'll just go ahead and muscle it back into the Wolves zone. Shot toward the net from Tremblay, got blocked in front there by Guile. Right side. Ooh, blistering blast from ahead of the blue line. Save made there by Hodges on the secondary shot from the far corner there by Earl. It's stopped again there by Hodges. 10:19 to go here in the third. Face off one there by the Bugs. Into that far corner, Case. Earhard. And Earhard will slither it all the way down. Ooh, good hard check now up off the near side boards. We got a whistle. And we got a stanchion down. We're going to have to take a quick break and get that fixed. 3-2 lead for Ice Wolves hockey. This is Shreveport Mudbugs hockey.
Sterling Dental Center is a proud partner of the Shreveport Mudbugs. I'm Dr. Emil Janu, and my experienced staff and I will handle all your dental needs, from routine cleanings, x-rays, cavities, toothaches, and more, with the best and safest treatment out there. We are a family here at Sterling Dental Center, and we treat our patients like family. We welcome many forms of insurance. Come get your next dental appointment at Sterling Dental Center in Shreveport by calling 318-688-1040 or logging on to sterlingdentalshreveport.com.
Welcome back into George's Pond and Hirsch Coliseum. 3-2 lead for New Mexico. Just past the midway point here of the third. Brought to you by Delta Utilities. Earhard gains the zone right side. He'll work it around to the left point. Shot, tough angle interfered with, I believe, was Silverberg. And now pushing and shoving. We've got penalties coming up. Looks like Fairbanks is going in as he roughed up Earhart. There was contact between Earhart and Silverberg. Looks like they only got Fairbanks as he was trying to protect his goalie. Wait a minute. Is there 2 penalties? No. Gibbons just working the official. Mudbugs get a power play out of this. It's a cross-checking infraction. Face off one there by New Mexico, spun around. Ooh, someone took a hard ooh, Hoagland got shooken up. Mudbugs on the power play. Earhart to Tremblay. Burnt, near circle, and that one deflects out of play. $9:19 remaining in the third. Plenty of time in this game. New Mexico on top, 3-2. Earhart, right point, now far circle. Burnt, shot toward the net. That one whistled wide. Now Tremblay, right point. Near half wall now. Down low. Back to Tremblay. Couldn't handle it. Rather, Earhart. He couldn't handle it cleanly. The puck is now just chipped back out to center. Tremblay. 8:50 remaining in the third. 1:15 remaining here on the Scott Powerline power play. Silverberg will wrist it up off the near side boards the mouth. Puck is popped out of play for a break in the action. 8:39 remaining here in the third. Wolf Dalby, right wing circle, he wins the draw. Adams walks the line, top of the far circle, Griner, far corner. Played back up top now, Adams over to Jasser. Jasser now, right point. Into the near half wall, Griner. He'll now just drop it off there, Wolf Talby. Now Griner up off the stick of Wolf Talby, and the puck is intercepted and flung out of play. Down to 41 seconds remaining on Fairbanks' cross-checking infraction. Face-off will stay in the New Mexico zone. Face-off won there by the Bugs, and the puck squirms out of the zone. Now right side, carry back in, Tremblay to Earhart, back to Tremblay, thrown through the middle and intercepted, and golfed all the way down. So we'll get on net, Hodges stops it. Now Earhart up ahead, steamed up off the stick of Tremblay, played back out to center, and that's just about going to do it for this man advantage. All right, back in, now back to 5-on-5, far circle, Hoagland, high slot shot there by Burnt. Hit a body in front, and it got the protective netting as we're back to 5-on-5. 7:29 remaining in the third. 3-2 lead. Mudbugs with just one home win this season. It was a good one as McKay got the hat trick, but that's it. It has been tough sledding in this building. Mudbugs 1-3-1 at home. Reed a shot, smothered up there by Silverberg. Face off, right wing circle. Face off, won there by the Bugs. Sakrisky near half wall, thrown back up top, takes a weird bounce. Bounces back out to center. Adams up off the near side boards. And now Griner comes in empty. Pushing and shoving now after the whistle. This is the Mudbugs' 6th home game this season. Played on back there to Guerrero. And Guerrero will clip it in, but the Bugs are offside. 7:01 to go here in the third. Want to remind our Mudbugs folks, and Mudbugs Hockey is brought to you by Pro-Like Energy. Willis Knighton, thanks for bringing us Hunter Robinson, our beloved trainer. ETBU, Coke, and Bayou Outdoors, Bayou Roofing and Mechanical Services, Shreveport Bossier Sports Commission. Just some of our delightful corporate partners of Mudbugs Hockey. Pusateri up ahead off the stick of Hoagland. Hoagland has it near corner. Over to Samango, a shot. That one deflected wide. Now along to the right side, up ahead now, left side there to McCaffrey. He'll get around the corner, and the hit of Pusateri. And down low, Samango. Now to the right side there to Guerrero. Guerrero kind of awkwardly went around that right side. Didn't know what he wanted to do with it. The puck smoked back into the Bug zone. The puck now just fluttered back out to center, and the puck filtered back in there by Guile. Coming up on the 6-minute mark of the third. Clock slowly starting to become a factor on the Mudbugs. They've never led in this game. They've tied it up twice. They're down 3-2 now. After a lucky goal scored by New Mexico. And when you're playing well, you get those bounces. When you're not playing well, those bounces go against you. Whoa, that one rolls on net. That was bounced up off his burn stick as he was gliding back into his own zone to play it. Hodges alertly stops it for a break in the action. Mudbugs Hockey today brought to you by Down Home Meat Sausage. Whether you're grilling outdoors, looking for some hearty and flavorful sausages for breakfast, or preparing a gumbo platter, Down Home Meats has the perfect sausage for all occasions. Casey gets mauled into the near corner there by Griner fighting for the puck. Now along the boards. Mudbugs trying to grab it. And they get it out free. That's Case. Case now far side, up ahead now to Sakrisky. Sakrisky gains his own left side. Worked it in, taken away there by Moskovitin. Back out to center. Sakrisky on over to Jasser, and Jasser spars it in. Took a weird bounce into the near corner. Griner in there now. 4:50 to go here in the third. 3-2 lead for New Mexico as Earl will wrist it in. Into the far corner. Played around into the near half wall. Griner. Hugo in there. He'll poke it around into the near corner. Now Case along to the far corner there for Hugo. Hugo behind the Bugs net. Played back to the left point. Shot there by Farmer, and that one went wide. Held in there by Bickler. He'll steer it in behind the Bugs net. in front. High slot now to the point across. Borgestead a blast. Glove save made there by Hodges on a shot from the left point with a blast from Farmer. And we get a break in the action. 4:12 remaining in regulation. New Mexico on top, 3-2. Played back up top now. Bickler from the right point. Kind of rails it toward the net. It got blocked. Now behind the Bugs net. Reed around the far side boards. McKay into the far corner. Reed's got it. Mudbugs got to bring it up the ice now. McKay, Adams to Hoagland, and Hoagland gets his stick tied up. Stick tie up. Reed up off the stick now of McKay. Held in there as Bickler just drives it back in behind the Bugs net. 3.5 remaining in the third. The Mudbugs down 3-2. We'll keep an eye out now on Hodges. Coach Soupy every once in a while might want to yank his netminder early. Mudbugs just stuck in reverse right now. Semengo cannot get it out. Now off the stick of Pusateri. Pusateri around the right side. He'll work it in along the end boards. Hodges starts to take a look over. Hess will go ahead and launch it back out to center. Puck brushed back in there by Wolf Talby. Slowed down there by Silverberg. Less than 3 to go in the third. New Mexico 3, Shreveport 2. Oh, an errant pass there by Pusateri. He gave it up. Around the other way, here comes Edberg's shot. Tough angle, and it got a piece of Hodges. Held in there by Pay. Pay, good dance move across. They score. That was a rifling shot, and that might be the dagger as Earl got the perfect feed from Pay and slapped it home. New Mexico 4, Shreveport 2 with 2:42 to go in the third. Andy Earl, one of the longtime leaders for the Ice Wolves, lengthens the lead for New Mexico. Coach Soupy's got the board out, and he's going to have to draw it up without using a timeout. He's trying to buy some time here. Mudbugs could not get the puck out of their own zone and got burnt. Tremblay to take the draw at center ice. As the puck now is just splintered into the near corner. Ryan Pye, Sloan Farmer get the assists on the 4th goal of the night for New Mexico. Whipped in down low along the end boards. The Mudbugs are on the wrong side of the ice. Wraparound. Save made there by Hodges. And we're down to 2:19 remaining in regulation. This face-off. It's going to stay deep in the Bug zone. Face-off. Won there by New Mexico. Right point there to Smith. He'll saddle it in down low. Behind the Bugs net. Along to the far corner. McCaffrey toward the net. It went wide. Reed, hard hit. And now Semengo looks like an offside on New Mexico. With 2:02 left in the third. Mudbugs got to stretch this game out. They need a pair in a tight amount of time. Face off. We'll do it again as Hubbard got kicked out. Smith will take it all the way back. Over to Guile. Left side, up off the stick. Slowed down into the Bug zone. Case to the near side there to Wolf Talby. Hodges, he wanted to drop it. He couldn't as the whistle was blown with 1:46 remaining in period number 3. Mudbugs in danger of getting swept at home for a second time this season in just their 6th home game of the season. In danger of dropping to 1-4-1 at home. Face off one there by the Bugs. They have it. Burnt. $1:40 remaining in the 3rd. Right back up to center. Dumped in there by Jasher. They tell Hodges to get out. Extra attacker for the Bugs. Into the near corner. And a chance. No, Adams. They hold the zone. Into the near half wall. Jasser's there. Got to get the puck off the walls. McKay's there. Hoagland trying to fight for it. This is great work along the wall there by Farmer. And right back out to center. And the puck pitched back in there by Burnt. Now softly played up on the far side. Burnt's got it. Far side pass up ahead there to McKay. Dropped off there to Hoagland. Coming around the corner. Backhander save made there by Silverberg as he gets the right pad and stuffs up Hoagland trying to tuck one in around the far pad and post. With 1:02 left in regulation. We get a break in the action. It's a timeout for Coach Soupy. 4-2, New Mexico. This is Shreveport Mudbugs hockey.
For those that have fallen, I say get up. For those that are asleep, I say wake up. For those that are seated, I say rise. It is time. The world needs what we possess. The only hope for a dark world is the light of Jesus Christ. Let your light so shine.
Thank you for tuning in to this Word of God Ministries message.
Welcome back into George's Pond at Hearst Coliseum. The Bugs trail this one 4-2. 62 seconds remaining on the clock. The Bugs in miracle mode time. 6 attackers, empty net to my left. Jasser to take the draw from the left wing circle. Jasser wins the draw. Sakrisky. Left point now, far corner. Adams spins it around. Back up top to Sakrisky. Sakrisky spins it now. Little dance move into the far corner. Over to the far circle. Up off the stick of Jasser. And now taken away, and the puck is thrown into the New Mexico bench. And this draw is going to stay in the New Mexico zone. It's a break for the Bugs with 44 seconds remaining in this contest. Left wing circle draw. Won there by the Bugs into the far corner. And the Petrovic could not get it out though. Now a loose puck. And the puck is wristed all the way down. It's a good job there by Hess. Right back in the Mudbug zone. Burnt up ahead. There to Sakrisky. Errant pass. Petrovic, an empty netter. Score. That's going to go to Petkovic. That's his first goal of the season. New Mexico 5, Shreveport 2, with 20 seconds remaining here in regulation. And the Mudbugs are discombobulated right now. And they are left searching for answers with a lot of question marks surrounding this team up and down. They're going to have to try to resolve their issues on the road next week in Corpus Christi. Pusateri muscles it in. Pad save made there by Silverberg. As back in his net is Hodges. Far side Reed to the near side there to Campbell. He slips on it. Now right side Campbell, cross ice. Over to Reed, and he'll just smack it in, and that'll do it for the contest. Final score, Ice Wolves 5, the Mudbugs 2. Stick around for the Nicky's Mexican Restaurant postgame show. Don't drink the water. Try our margaritas today. This is Shreveport Mudbugs Hockey.
As a business owner, you know it's important to stay ahead of your competition to succeed. One dishonest employee providing poor customer service can send your business to the penalty box. DeFata and Associates has over 20 years of investigative experience that can help you monitor your employees and investigate losses that may be keeping you from reaching your goals. Whether you need GPS tracking, investigative shopping, integrity testing, or you're experiencing losses caused by theft, DeFata and Associates can help. Give them a call at 318-635-9944 or check out their website at defatapi.com for more information.
Welcome back into George's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum for the Nicky's Mexican Restaurant postgame show. Wrapping it up, the Bugs fall to 5-6-2 overall. Andy Earl, George McCaffrey, Brock Fairbanks, and then Andy Earl again, and then Nick Petkovich, all your goals for New Mexico. The game winner was a fluky bounce from Brock Fairbanks as he threw one off the end boards. It bounced back toward over the net and deflected up off the glove of Hodges and into the net. One of the flukiest goals you'll ever see. The 2 goals scored for the Bugs from Johnny Byrne and Evan Hoagland. 5-2 is the final. Ice Wolves the winner. Shots on goal tied 22 apiece. And the Mudbugs are left searching for answers as they get swept at home for a second time this season. Join us next Friday night. It'll be the Bugs and the Ice Rays from the Hilliard Center. 7:05 puck drop, 6:50 with the Landers pregame show. Have a good night and a better tomorrow. I'm Chet Yoder signing off from George's Pond in Hirsch Coliseum. Once again, the final score, it's the Ice Wolves 5 and the Mudbugs 2. So long, and as always, claws up.